Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Siddharth Bhasin. In this video, I will describe how you can run a Java program on an Amazon EC2 instance. So, to achieve this we need two prerequisites. One of them is to create an account in Amazon's web service website. So the sign up is absolutely free and we can use the free tier to deploy our service. Second, we need a terminal to execute our commands. So let's start with the first one and let me tell you how to sign up in Amazon's web service website. So you can go to aws.amazon.com. I have already opened it for you. Once you enter your email ID, these are the fields they require you to enter. So as you can see, it's quite personal details and quite basic which you can enter. Once you are done, you can check the agreement and terms and conditions, and you can continue. Well, on the next page, you will be asked to provide your bank details, including your credit card details. So I won't be sharing these details in this video, so I'm not putting that part in the video. After that, they will just verify your email and phone. Once that is done, your sign up will be completed. So I've already signed up, and this is just for demo. So I will take you to the homepage of every user. So as you can see, this is aws.amazon.com. So in this website, you can go to sign into the console to sign into your account. So you can enter your credentials here. Once you are done, you can sign in. So now what you will see will be the home page for every user. This is where you can use or get all the services provided by Amazon AWS. So moving ahead, we have to first create an EC2 instance. So let's go to services and choose EC2. So these are the details. This is the EC2 dashboard. These are all the details. As you can see, I've already created an instance before. Let me show you the instance. Okay, so I have created an instance before. I was just working on it, so that's why. So these are the instances that were created by me before, and I have terminated them. Over some time, they will be removed from the list. So let me just tell you how to create a new instance first. So to create a new instance, it is an easy step. Just click launch instance and choose whichever software configuration is suits your requirements or which you have good hands on. So I've been going for Ubuntu server 64-bit. No changes are required here. We can use the free tier from AWS. Again, no changes are required here. Default settings can be used. No changes again. So here you can put a name just to help you later. So my Java program. That's all. So next. So either you can add some uh, accessible points like let's say HTTP, maybe HTTPS if you want. It depends on the requirements basically. So let's proceed. No changes required here. So this is an important part. A key has to be created. So let's name this key Java key. So make sure you download the key right now. Once downloaded, you will be allowed to proceed. Launch instance. So it takes a while to launch the instances. Let me just show you. Let's go to EC2 dashboard. As you can see, there was only one instance before. Now there are two. There were three keys. Now there are four. So as you can see, it is still initializing. So once it is initialized, we have to connect it, we have to make a connection. For that, first we have to keep the key, not allow the key to be publicly viewable. So for that we have this command. So this we have to execute in our terminal. So for that we have to move that file to wherever it is accessible. So let's say my key is at desktop, and I want to first rename it to remove the extension. What happened here? Or maybe I can just continue this way. No problem. So I go to cd extra, so ls. So where is our key now? Java key. This is the one. So we just so 400 is for read only. So that's done. Now we will wait for the instance to initialize. We will be using this link for our instance. So let me just copy it beforehand. It is still initializing. So hi. So as we can see, our instance has been initialized and it is up and running. So we can use this instance now. So first we will select the instance and we will go to connect. Now we have to copy the link for the instance, for our instance. So let's copy the link. The link has been copied. So now I have to paste this link here. So now our java key.pem, that is the key file, has PEM extension, whereas in my system there is another extension with .txt. So either I can remove the extension from there, or I can put the .txt extension here. So I have put the .txt extension here and I am moving ahead. So it has been done, it is completed, it is successful. So now we will see like what to do next. So instance has, we are in the instance and now we have to get updated. So sudo apt get update. So we are updating it now. So it is done. So now we'll see if we have to get Java, and we'll see what Java version we have. So by default we don't have Java version, but it tells us which Java versions can we choose. So we can choose any of them. So let me choose sudo apt get apt. So I can install the default one. Install default JRE. Yes. So it is up and running, it seems. We will just wait for it to complete its processing. Then we will move to the next step. So we can also install JDK, as it will be helpful. So once we are done with JRE, we'll go for JDK, and after that we can create a Java program and execute. So let's come back to JDK now. So let's download JDK. Sudo apt get install default JDK. Yes. It will again process for a while. And once it is done, we can create a Java file. So now we can create a Java file. So a file can be created through touch command. So we can name our file as Java on EC2. Java on EC2, and just let's give it Java extension. So the file has been created. Yes, it has been created now. So now we need to edit the file. So nano file name, that is Java on EC2. Java. Okay, so this is the place where we will write the code for our Java program. So as we know that Java should have a main class, a main method. Moving it up, we have to use the file name as class name. Public class, file name should be Java on EC2. That's a class. So now I have to create a main method. Public static void main string arguments. So system.out.println my first EC2 instance. So we can close the main method. So we will like to save it now. Control X, yes, and save it. So the file has been saved. So up till now we have created the instance, we have created the Java program, and now we want to execute it. So as we know, Java can be executed through Java C space Java file name dot Java. So, so it has been compiled now. Now we have to run it. Java and file name. So I'll run it. So as we can see, our main method is executed, and whatever we have printed in it is coming as input, first EC2 instance. So that's it about using a Java program on EC2, Amazon's EC2 instance. So obviously we can create much more heavier and much more practical examples for Java, but this one is created just for a sample, and we can proceed with heavier and more practical or more complex examples. Next, we will use the monitoring feature or of AWS, which helps us to tell about our requirements, or rather our consumptions and the trends. So in the next part of the video, we will discuss about monitoring. So now we will discuss about Amazon's AWS monitoring facility, or the feature they provide. They call it CloudWatch, and it is helpful in viewing different scenarios and different details about our instances. So this is the one. I have selected our instance and we choose monitoring. As we choose monitoring, we see different graphs which represent the features and different attributes and skills, or different attributes of our charts, and how they are working, the demand, the CPU usage, disk reads, number of read operations, writes, and things like that. Let's see what each one of them include. So as we can see that it includes different time stamps and the usage of the server. So you can see we can change it, like we want the minimum to represent the average, maximum, sum. We can also change the time range, like till when we are considering. Usually people consider quite latest whenever any instance occurs, and the periods, like the units of time. So if you want to like increase your chart, so you go for higher ones, otherwise you go for the lower ones. So since this instance has been created quite now, so it is not representing anything, so now it shows. So that's it. That's all about one and all feature. So apart from this, there are many more features, like we can set an alarm. So why do we need an alarm? Obviously, when something bad happens, something breaks down, or the demand is quite high and the servers are quite busy. So we set the alarms depending on our requirements, whatever fields we need to fill, and the alarm can be created. Finally, there's one more feature which accumulates all the instances. We can use this to view as a whole, and we can select whichever we want, and it will show it together on a single graph. So previously there were different graphs for a single one, and this is single for all of them. So these are all the features that the Amazon AWS CloudWatch provide for us, and these are absolutely free and they're inbuilt. We don't need to build anything. We don't need to create any infrastructures. All we need to do is create an account and use these facilities. So that's all for this video, and let's hope I made you understand everything. Thank you.